Hi, Ruby. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. Thank you so much for asking. And how are you doing?
I'm also well. Thank you for asking me. So, how's your day going on?
Yeah, it is going well. And at my place, it's scorching hot, and only because of that, I'm getting scared to getting stepping out at home, and I'm staying at home only. I'm
Okay,
not going outdoors. So, how is weather at your
okay,
place?
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, here is also like quite moderate kind of weather. Hmm.
Mm-hmm. It's been
Hmm.
long
So
that we did not have session, and what you are doing all these days.
these days I'm also quite occupied because I joined a school. Now I'm a teacher. I mean, recently I just started. It has been around month, I guess. Yeah. What
That's
about
nice.
you?
Yeah,
How
I
was your
am.
life?
Yeah,
Hmm.
everything is doing amazing. I'm quite busy with my work. I am doing some spiritual activities as well. I'm spending lots of time to read books and more into that focusing on my communication skills and also offering the sessions and all. So I was also busy in all these
Okay,
things.
okay. Yeah, these. I mean, you are providing online session. Maybe last time we have just mentioned that online. Okay. So how is your
Mhm.
teaching going on? Everything is going well?
Yeah, everything is going well. And Ruby, I want to ask you interesting question.
Yeah,
Offline,
sure.
online to offline teaching, how is your experience and how are you feeling?
Online, I mean, I never tried like online teaching. I talk with like learners as usual. But now I teach in a school.
Which subject do you teach?
I teach social study and English. Yeah,
English.
these two subjects.
Teach in what? Like, do you teach grammar or do you speak spoken English, how to speak English and all, or academic lessons and all syllabus?
No, I teach in a school as a teacher, so mostly I focus on like not grammar, especially like I teach like subject, SST and English, not specifically grammar or any specific spoken English. I don't teach.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. It become very important if you are teaching in a school. Then mostly they actually focus on the academics syllabus,
Yes.
maybe lessons, maybe storytelling, whatever it is. You need to explain each and
Hmm.
everything, written English as well. Hmm.
Yes, yes, yes. It's quite. I mean, it's quite different. Whenever we talk about like spoken English and when we talk about like academic English, like
Hmm.
it's not similar. Whenever I'm talking to you, so I don't have to emphasize any practical or grammatical rule. But
Yes.
when I just teach in a school, so I have to teach in a well way, well manner, and I have to explain everything in very easy and simple way so student can understand. I
Mm-hmm.
use mostly I use Hindi. Hmm.
Yeah. So how do you manage each and every student offline? Managing offline online students are easy, but offline means you need to face them, you need to
Yes.
clear queries one by one, and you can't only focus on one student. You have lots of students over there. You need to handle at once. So how do you handle your students as well? Any strategy that you apply?
Yeah, I mean, it's totally depend on how much I am patient. I have a lot of patience. I know that. But if you are working with a student, first of all, they have a lot of questions. They are curious, and I mean, there's another thing. I have to handle all the class. I mean, entire class. It's also like bit challenging, but I am trying my level best. Yeah, and I'm just handling and just managing. Hmm.
So, and how do you deal with the questions that come out from the student side? If they ask you, ma'am, I'm not understanding this question again and again, same question. So, do you get irritated of it, or do you feel good that they are asking you questions? That means that they are paying attention what you are saying.
Yeah, of course, I always motivate them. You should try to ask a lot of questions. If you are not asking, so which means you are not understanding. Whatever I'm
Yeah.
delivering, it can be any chapter or any specific topic. So you should try to understand everything. And if they are asking questions, which means they are understanding, and that's why they are asking questions. They have a good
Mhm.
understanding level. It
Yeah.
shows that. Yeah, whatever I have
Actually,
noticed.
yeah,
Mm.
and Ruby, and what's about the learners? Maybe your co-learners, and you are conducting sessions online for YouTube channel. Uh, um, have you ever encountered with a person or learner who understand English? but is not able to speak. And
Yeah,
how
most
did
of.
you deal with that situation as well? So was it difficult for you, or is it asked to understand them and teach them English? Maybe you are even you are a co-learner. You tried to help them to speak English. Have this ever happened with you? Do you want to share experience? Please, I'm all ears.
Okay, yeah, sometime I have, of course, I met with some learner who who has idea regarding understanding, but they are not able to speak. So I just say, first of all, be patient because this is
Hmm.
a new language for us. We are not a native speaker. We cannot learn this language in couple of day or week. It is not possible. Like how did we learn our mother tongue? Just try
Hmm.
to listen and speak. Whatever you have knowledge, you should try to speak. Don't underestimate yourself. Yeah,
Hmm.
to first of all you should try to make your mind, I am a new learner, so
Hmm.
you should take a baby step and
Hmm.
gradually you can learn this language. Don't feel demotivated. Whatever you have knowledge regarding grammar, vocabulary, sentences, whatever you have knowledge, try to speak, open your mouth and try to speak because there is no other alternative. Yeah,
Hmm.
we should try to push our boundaries and try to speak this language. There's no
In,
magic or new thing. With the help of
yeah.
you can learn this language. Language. There's not a new thing.
Whenever we are non-native speakers, it happens with us. We have some confusion that time that we are beginner and we are talking with the expert. Maybe they will judge me, and maybe I have less vocabulary. How can I communicate with
Mm.
people? Maybe grammar. My grammar is weak. How can I use my grammar into my conversation? Maybe also the lack of confidence as well, getting stuck and getting blank as well. There are the many reasons that we get
Yes.
hesitate to speak with people, right?
Mm. There are
Hmm.
many
So,
problems.
and do you have any trick that anyone can become a confident speaker even they are speaking a wrong English? Do you want to share any trick for them? Those are beginners.
Of course, I meet with lot of learners, even though they are making a bunch of mistakes, but they are speaking with confidence. Yeah, I have met with lot of learners. So I say, I mean, as a beginner or as a new learner, everyone makes mistake, and mistake is a part of our learning journey. And mistake teaches us where we need to improvement. And mistake is like a yes. So we should try to learn with our mistakes. Don't
Mm-hmm.
feel afraid. Yeah, yeah. Always try to learn this language as a learner, and don't feel demotivated. If you feel
Mm-hmm.
demotivated, so you cannot learn this language, and you cannot learn any new thing or new skill in your life.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and I also want to mention and add some points over here is that we actually focus on reading and listening as well and writing, but we do not focus on speaking. And because of that, even we understand the language, we are not able to speak. And
Hmm.
and as you know that many people who are in the respectable positions, so they are not able to speak English only because of lack of practice. If you are not practicing, definitely you will not get confident. Even you are speaking wrong English, you try it first. Even like when I have started my journey, that time I used to make lots of mistakes. But if you are not making mistake, then you will not improve in this language, right?
Hmm.
So we should
Yes.
start from somewhere, even if it's a wrong English. So we should
Hmm.
not only focus on reading. I have seen lots of learners and experts also suggest reading will help you. But my experience is that yes, reading will help you, but if you are not speaking, then reading will not help you as well.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I agree. I totally agree. Suppose if you are reading according to your genre, according to your interest, that is a good thing. You are just feeding good thing in your mind. But if you are
Mhm.
not speaking, so what is the benefit? There is like CC formula, conjunction and creation. If you are just
Mhm.
consuming lot of stuff, but at the same time you are not creating, so what is the
Mhm.
benefit? You have a lot of thing in your mind, but at the same time you are not able to speak. And speaking
Yes.
comes from speaking. That's a natural formula. Yeah. There's no
And
other alternative. Hmm.
yes, and also we always give oneself input, but then again we need to also give the output. Output means speaking, and input means like
Yes.
consuming the
Hmm.
content that you have just mentioned, like maybe reading books, maybe listening to podcasts, maybe writing or whatever it is. So why this happen? Even you are a fluent speaker and you are making the spelling mistakes. So what does it mean? That person is not a fluent speaker, or maybe that person's writing is will get more improved if that person practice a lot. And what tricks do you want to tell them? Any tips for them?
See, I mean, journaling or writing is a different thing.
Yeah.
It comes with practice. If you are just consistent with your practice, then you can just add in your life. Otherwise, it is not possible. So at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, reading, speaking, we know that there are four pillars. We know that. So, and this is a like a fundamental of any language. There are four pillars. So if you want to become a fluent speaker or fluent writer, whatever, so we should try to follow all the steps. Then we
Mm-hmm.
can learn this language. Then we can become a good master in this language, like reading, speaking, writing. We should try to follow all rules or all patterns. Yeah.
I write something, so I make mistakes. So I realize it why this happens. When we pronounce wrong, then that time we write wrong spelling of that word. So pronunciation plays the important role if you want to write correct sentence, maybe correct spelling as well. And sometimes it happens that
Mm.
pronunciation is different, but spelling is different, right?
Yes.
So both are different and it becomes very difficult. Like psychology, when you say psychology,
Yeah.
so people silent, so we will miss
Yes.
that,
Yes.
right?
Mm.
So I personally feel that if you read a lot and if you read actively, that time you will observe words. You will not
Yeah.
only read, you will observe that alphabets, how that word has get structured, and more you will read, and again you will see the same word, and then you will get idea of that the spelling of that word, spelling of that word, vocabulary as well. And definitely you will make
Mm.
mistake, but that mistakes will get reduced with time and
Yes.
with practice.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will reduce, of course. And the help of reading, you can learn a lot of things. Like your sentence structure will be good, and you can
Mhm.
learn like a preposition, grammar, everything you can learn at the same time with the help of reading. Yeah, I have
Yeah.
noticed this thing, and even I also heard this thing with lot of learners from lot of learners. Mm.
And also what's about the spelling, like if I will give you one example, management. So we had one subject, business management, and that time and I first encountered this word, so it was difficult to remember that word. So one of my lecturer, he told us that how to remember the long words. So he had
Okay.
divided that same word into three parts: man, age, meant. So many words
Oh,
like that.
management.
Yeah. So you can
Mm.
remember spelling of any vocabulary or any word by this trick. Yeah. If you are dividing
Okay.
the word, then it will become easy for you to remember that word. So that is how you
Mm.
can remember the word. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's how you are learning long words or difficult words.
Yes. Now you have just joined the school, and you might aware of this that some students, if they are intermediate or maybe just beginner, maybe in a first standard, first to fifth standard, so they actually are not able to read English well. How do you help
Mm.
them to understand the word, phonic sounds as well? So do you focus on all these things, writing the correct spelling, pronouncing the correct word, and reading the correct sentence? So how do you teach them?
Okay, see, in my class there are a lot of students. They don't have idea to read properly. Okay,
Mhm.
especially English, and lot of students they have no idea regarding Hindi as well. I mean, some students, not lot. So I just say, please repeat the same thing multiple times with
हाँ
correct
हाँ हाँ
pronunciation. So you can learn correct pronunciation and relate
हम्म
the old word. Just I'm giving example, like very easy example. Ram goes to school. So try to use this word multiple times. So you can learn word as well as pronunciation. Yeah, because repetition is very important. With the help of repetition, we can learn. So I just say this thing to my students.
and I have seen in my learners sometime what happen, they pronounce the correct word, but when it comes to the sentence and the same word, they will not pronounce correct. So why this happen with that student?
because of maybe they are not used to, they are not
Mm-hmm.
habitual of using the correct pronunciation. Like we can say MTI influence. Everyone, I mean, suppose if you are from southern part of India, northeast, north and west, so we have MTI issues. So
Mm-hmm.
reason can be MTI
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, this is the
Mm.
one reason of it, but sometimes it happens that if the student is in fifth grade or maybe in a sixth or a fourth grade, and they are in the process of learning this language, and
Mm.
when you ask them to read the entire sentence, they might not read it correctly, but when you ask them the single word from this, so that same sentence, so they will tell you the correct pronunciation of it. So I think
Yes,
that it happens because of lack of confidence, that maybe they don't have much confidence on the word that they are, the sentence that they are reading. Maybe they need to read it fastly, because of that it happens. And I personally believe that if they read a lot, like you also mentioned that if you are repeating the same thing again and again, so you will your memory will get that memory. That memory will help you to use that correct pronunciation as
mm.
well, right? So you will gain the confidence. Yeah.
And every student has I mean, different kind of adaptability. In my
Yes.
class, there are 35 students. So every student has a different kind of adaptability. Some students they can learn easily, very fastly, and some are mediocre. Some are very, I can say backbencher. I mean, different
Yeah.
kind of students available in my class. Yeah.
Mhm. How do you handle your class? Are you friendly with your students, or are you strict with your students? Maybe they can talk with you
No,
friendly, or maybe they can ask you, ma'am, we don't want you to teach on this topic. We want to teach us some spoken English lessons and all. So, do you do these activities, fun activities with them?
yeah, I do some different kind of activity. And if I talk about how my relation with students, so I am kind of friendly, and sometimes it depends on situation. Like
Mm-hmm.
you are, suppose every time if you are like kind of like friendly, so they will not listen you. So we should try to change our like behavior or scenario according to scenario. So I change myself, how I have to behave, how to just share everything. So I do
Mm-hmm.
this kind of things. And sometimes I just I just add on some other activity, especially Saturday, Friday or Saturday. There's
Yeah.
other I can say, yeah, like sports or dancing period. Yeah.
Do you want to share any wow moments with your students in your school at very first day, and any interesting memory, and that just touch your heart and you feel like, oh my god, it's worthwhile to join here?
Okay, it has been only like a 20 days. Yeah, I mean, every day is like a new day for me. Every day I just think that today I have to teach in very well way, very well mannered. Yeah, always I think that, yeah, and it's a new experience for me, because earlier even I have experience as a teacher, but it was quite different. And this is a new school. It's like a girls school. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So every
So,
day is
so
kind
I,
of new experience, new day.
yes. So, how was your first day experience? Do you want to share a first day experience?
My first day was super. When I entered in my class, so that day maybe 20-25 students over there, and I introduced myself and I said, you have to. I'm in entire class. First, you have to introduce yourself, and nobody did this kind of activity before that. So it was new. Some of students they just introduced in English, some of Hindi, and some of students they had no idea how to introduce. So I just give some instruction how you can introduce yourself. So it was
Mhm.
new for
Yeah.
student as well as me.
So, do you enjoy your
Yes,
time
yes.
with students as well?
Ah, of course, of course. I enjoy a lot. Mm.
Okay. Ruby, do you have any question for me? You can ask me quickly. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we should wind up. We'll connect as soon as possible for next
Yeah.
conversation.
And Ruby, I have
Yeah.
actually enjoyed the session a lot, and I asked you the questions that I was like experiencing with my students, and I thought that you are also teaching in offline schools as well, so you might encounter with this, all these questions. So I and the learners who are watching these videos, they will get answer of all these questions. So I hope this video will help them, maybe academically as well, and if they are preparing for interview, or maybe they are just looking for this video for improving their communication, it will help them a lot. And thank you
Yes.
so much for answering my questions and joining this session. Have a great day.